That is a fertilizer plant in Ethiopia that the Ethiopia government begged Dangote, had a deal agreed, signed and sealed with the Nigerian billionaire, His Excellency, Abina Excellency. In fact, I think call an Excellency, sha. Dangote, that's why he will deliver to Ethiopia. Guys, I can proudly tell you that Africa is waking up. Africa is finally up. A lot of African countries are making me proud. See, I no believe say African countries will be choosing Nigeria over European contractors. I no believe say African countries will say no, we want to work with Nigeria instead of Europeans. I no believe say as Nigeria they struggle, Nigeria is doing its best to eliminate this dependency on Europe, on China, on America. I no believe say other African countries go follow Nigeria, they do the same. Guy, the news I'm about to break you will definitely make you happy. It doesn't matter if you are a Nigerian, Ghanaian, South African. As a matter of fact, the only thing now is you should be asking yourself, is your country South Africa? Is your country Ghana? Is your country Cameroon part of the African countries that are in move to eliminate these Europeans, these Chinese and these foreigners that we depend on for everything in Africa? Is your country amongst? That's the challenge I should be asking you. Or your countries among those people who are busy shouting, foreigners must go, Nigerians must go, this and that. If your country is part of those, you have a long way to go, because Africa is waking up, sir. Africa is changing the narrative. I can't believe what my eyes are seeing. I have two massive projects from two different African countries where the countries eliminated Europe, China and others. They say now Nigeria we want. They choose Nigeria over Europeans. They say we don't want Europe, we want Nigeria. And this gives me a lot of joy, because this is what we've been advocating for the past how many years backward. We have been talking of Africa depending on Africans. We've been singing the song of Africans waking up to realize that we must be able to do it ourselves as Africans. Of course, Nigeria has led the way for a long time. Nigeria has proven that Nigeria can do it for a very long time. Nigeria is the only African country that has already made it clear that with Nigeria on your side, you don't need China, you don't need Europe, you don't need America. Whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve it. Keep these people aside. Focus. Stay connected. They have the best engineers that can execute it. They have the best doctors. They have the best directors. They are the best in everything. In the banking sector, in the fuel sector, in oil and gas, agriculture, whatever way you want to look at it, Nigerians don't prove themselves worthy for us Africans to push these Europeans out. Unfortunately, not all African countries have come to this understanding yet, but we are praying that Africans will eventually catch up. Africans in general, all other African countries will eventually catch up. You understand? I am super proud of these African countries who are making these massive moves to work with Nigeria and see that Africa is winning, that Nigeria is winning, that when it comes to projects in Africa, Africans handle them and they do it well. I don't want to waste much of your time. Let me take you guys into some exciting and very interesting information that you should be aware of as a Nigerian, as an African, because these are sweet. Let me start with Tanzania. You know, I've been singing this song for a long time that Tanzania is like a girlfriend to Nigeria. Yes, but that kind of girlfriend when she the open herself ask the man out. Because the way Tanzania government has been putting so much interest in building a good relationship with Nigeria, the way Tanzania government has been consistent in making sure that Tanzania and Nigeria are doing well, are flexing, are doing a lot of things. Tanzania made sure that they have direct flight to Nigeria. Tanzania made sure they bring in Nigerians to their country to help their business sector grow. Tanzania make sure that they make it clear to everybody that they want Nigerians, they love Nigerians, and they don't care what anybody thinks about Nigeria. And that's why I love Tanzania so much. Now see what Tanzania is doing. Tanzania have oil, right? You know Tanzania also has oil. So instead of Tanzania to go and give the oil project to Europeans, Asians, Americans to explore the oil in Tanzania. Tanzania instead gave the project to a Nigerian company. When other companies like Shell, you have European companies like Shell and so many of them who are in Africa exploring oil. There are some of them in Nigeria, even though they are being chased out already. But Tanzania sat down and said, in this Africa, this is our oil. Which country has the best engineers in this sector? Which country can explore the oil? Which country can produce the oil? Give us the best that we want in the oil. And shockingly, Tanzania just handed over their oil program to a Nigerian-based company. Yes, Nigeria will be the one to explore, extract, and do everything with Tanzania crude oil. Tanzania Indigenous firm, Nigeria Indigenous firm. When they say Nigeria Indigenous firm, it means the firm is owned by Nigeria, run by Nigeria. So that firm will be the one to take charge of Tanzania's oil sector, to develop Tanzania's oil block and make sure that Tanzania is making money from their oil. This is not the first time it's happening. Sierra Leone did this thing. Sierra Leone already did this thing long time ago, handed over their oil to Nigeria to exploit. And now Tanzania is following suit, making sure that they send a loud and clear message to the European companies that we choose Nigeria, we prefer Nigeria, it will rather be okay for Nigerians to do it. We don't want you guys because we have Nigeria that can do it better. And Nigeria has proven it on different dimensions, on different levels, that Nigeria can actually do it. Because of course, right now, Nigeria is the only African country where the oil is extracted, processed, and developed in Nigeria. The Dangote Refinery has completely shut out these people in Nigeria. Dangote Refinery has given Nigerians the best they can ever have in terms of crude oil and every other thing. And so any African country that has oil definitely has no excuse to go to any Europeans or any Chinese or any American company and say, come, let's work, when they can see example with Nigeria and what they have done in their country. You get the point? But that is not where it ends. That's not where it ends. I want you to look at the picture on your screen. Take a good look at the picture on your screen, and you think that that is one fantastic European something or something in China, something. No, that's not in Europe, that's not in China. That is in Ethiopia. And guess what? That is a fertilizer plant in Ethiopia that the Ethiopia government begged Dangote, had a deal, agreed, signed and sealed with the Nigerian billionaire, His Excellency, Abina Excellency. In fact, I think call her Excellency, Sha. Dangote, that's why he will deliver to Ethiopia. So if there's any Ethiopian watching this now, any South African, any Ghanaian watching, just admire. See, what you're seeing, that's what Dangote will build in Ethiopia. Fertilizer plant. Dangote is building that in Ethiopia. It's a $3 billion contract, signed, sealed, dusted. Ethiopia government, Nigeria government, ready to go. Okay, I say ready to go. Back. Nothing to slow them down. Nothing to bring them down. That is the level of collaboration we are talking about. You think this Ethiopian government could not bring Chinese companies to build it? You think this Ethiopian government could not bring a British company, an American company to build it? Ethiopia says they don't tire to the import fertilizer. Ethiopia says we don't import. These people don't chop our money finish. We're not going to continue again. We have Nigeria. We have somebody like Dangote who recently came out and said, Africa will no longer import fertilizer from China, from America, from Europe, for no reason. I will personally, as Dangote, stop Africa from importing fertilizer from any European country, from any part of the world. Africa will produce their own fertilizer. And see, it's happening. Dangote already has experience in the fertilizer sector. He has the biggest fertilizer company in Africa. He's producing fertilizer, and Ethiopia sees that. They know that. No, it's better we depend on him. It's better we bring him. He's an expert. He knows. So let's bring him. Let him do our own instead of us importing. This is what every African country should be doing. Instead of shouting Nigeria must go. We don't want Nigerians. This is what South Africans should be begging their government. We don't have jobs. Immigrants are taking our jobs. Go and bring Dangote. Let him build more factory for us so that we will have job. Ghana should be doing the same. Every African country. All this shouting Nigeria must go, all this noise against immigrants is not going to take us anywhere. Do like Ethiopia. Do like Tanzania. Now this is a groundbreaking project that will lead them to a freedom in agriculture, freedom in so many things, create multiple jobs, and of course save more money in the government and put Africa ahead. There's no way Africa will gain that independence we are looking at if we Africans don't do what these two countries just did. It is what it is. Your boy Ajimaxi on this one again. Smash the like button, smash notification bell. Come back anytime you're free, guys, because there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for y'all. God bless y'all. Cheers.